it's crazy just the seat adjustment, how much it changes perspective.
Of you to me.
How do you feel now?
I feel good. I feel like I can actually sit up straight and not hunch down. Should have been doing it a long time ago.
It's my life right there.
Yep. What up, Jobins? Episode 193. Shout out for all the love recently. You guys really liked that last pod with Papa, O'Malley, and Tony. Those guys are fucking legends.
That was awesome. Dude, that was so much fun having the older guys in, giving them questions.
Something that they don't tell you when you're kids, guys, I really smacked me losing when I lost my dad. Because when you lose somebody that truly knows you top to bottom and knows everything you've been through, and on top of like everything they've been through and knowing through their lifetime and all the history they've seen and all those kinds of things, as we get older and we lose those people, we become those people. And damn, is it different? Because then it's like, man, who do you go to? Blah, blah, blah. And you got your friends, you know what I mean? I still got my mom, so thank God I still have my mom. But it was really refreshing being around Papa, O'Malley, and Tony. Mm-hmm. You know, the dad figures, because they're so insightful, guys. They know everything. It's so nice to dish information and get feedback through what they've experienced and been through. It's just nice.
Dude, it's just like shout out to all fathers out there, all the dads watching too, like, and then because it's a legendary role to have, and moms too, but just like, you know, being able to be experienced and know things and be wise.
Yeah. Fucking last night, or probably the past 2 nights, Missouri got fucking hit bad with a storm. Oh. And I'm getting texts from everyone. I called my mom and I checked on her. She was okay. But I'm the opposite of like, so when storms get bad, I love that shit. Me and my dad would watch it. And every time there was a really bad storm, my mom's like, come on, guys, get down to the basement. But fuck, dude. It's different now. It's a lot different. It's weird not being with her. And when she's alone, bro. Mm-hmm. So like I called her. I'm like, you okay? Where you at? She's got 2 babies. She's got 2 puppies. So like I know that helps her big time because she's a big puppy person.
Oh, I know she misses you though.
Oh,
sure.
Dude.
But
the fear. Dude. I called her the next day. I'm like, you okay? Did everything good? Our house was good, but a lot of people's in the neighborhoods got fucked up. Josh's brother lives in our neighborhood. His roof got all fucked up. She told me that in the whole time of her living there, she had never heard anything that loud. I know storms are getting fucking crazier.
Dude, it scares me, bro, because the house rates are already so high. And then, like, what about our futures and everyone's future? Like, houses getting destroyed so much easier because of all these storms and shit happening. Dude. Hasn't it gotten crazier, it feels like? I don't know.
Yeah. I need to get my mom a camera system so I can just fucking see and watch.
Oh, like one of those rings, right?
Yeah. She wants to get out here, but it's so much. She also has my Aunt Laura and sis out there. But I know it's pretty much like every day I think she actually leans towards actually moving out here. If I could get her to come out here, it'd be so fucking sick. Because, dude, do you ever I know your mom's got your dad, but do you still ever worry about them or anything? Because, dude, just the fact that my mom's alone, it's heavy.
Well, the thing is, though, they have a lot of family around them, too. That would be there, too. Like the uncles and aunts and things, you know. Shout out to the whole family.
Dude, thank God for technology with FaceTime. Thank fucking God.
Yeah. You're pretty good about talking to your mom, though. I love your mom. I don't call my parents nearly as
It baffles me. Well,
me.
I guess that's just how you guys kind of are. You know what I mean?
No,
the love isn't different, right?
Shannon's family's like that too, like yours, like really constant communication.
I have to talk to my mom
which is
every day.
awesome.
Yeah, I freak out if she doesn't answer.
That's cute, dude. No, I like it.
Yeah,
your mom's like the neighborhood mom, dude. She's a legend.
I know, and I know she's tough enough. That's why if she wasn't tough enough, she would have moved out here right away. My mom's a really strong person, so. And she just does like it. We have a nice house back at home with nice land. Our backyards, dude, had big backyards. That don't really happen, I feel like, anymore.
Yeah.
Something that's crazy, though, is being out here in AZ, dude, we don't experience those storms anymore. Some people never experience that shit that my mom just went through.
That's true. Even though it does still get windy out here and a tree branch came off and some leaves and stuff, we had some strong winds, but nothing like like Missouri.
Hail, fucking thunder, lightning, the thunder that just shakes your house and you're questioning everything. That's what we get.
I remember, dude, some of the best storms. I remember you having the front door open.
Oh, yeah.
With you and your dad. Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
And the lightning striking. You could see it across the field.
If anyone watching knows anyone that goes tornado fucking chasing or anything, we would do that. Would you be down?
Yeah, dude. 100%.
I'd be so
I don't know
fucking
why
down.
it's like I'm scared of heights and other things, but storms are so badass to me.
Yeah,
but they
same.
are to kill people though.
Right. Oh yeah. Like I do fear lightning. Like sometimes lightning scares me, but like I just don't think you're gonna get hit. You can get hit. I'm not trying to. Please don't strike me down.
Shout out, we got Jesus.
Yeah, but yeah, storms are just so much fun. The vibe, the smell. Me and my dad would be like, you could just tell. You remember that feel, like just the way the air would smell, the clouds. You'd be like, oh man, we're gonna get a fucking bad one. The darkness in the clouds up above when it gets pitch black.
It was a really cool.
It's a fucking vibe, dude. We don't get that out here.
Dude, you know what's crazy, bro? Is like, Jobins, when I went to traveling in Europe and Spain and Italy, it's like driving around there and thinking it's so crazy. Them coming to Missouri and driving around our roads, I bet they would think it'd be like, whoa. Like the trees that you'd see too and the like the blowing and of the wind and like it's coming, man.
Yep. There was someone on a pod, they were talking about how they flew from like New Jersey to like, I don't know, somewhere very close, like Pennsylvania or some shit. And they're like, God damn, your country's big. And it's like, dude, you just did a little chunk.
It's weird, dude. It's weird how flying from here to Missouri is longer of a flight than flying from Spain to Italy or Spain to Switzerland or Germany or even to London, actually.
Right.
That's only like a 2-hour flight. It's crazy.
Driving to Vegas, guys, I always do these weird thoughts where when I'm driving through there, back or home, and I'm going, holy fuck. I go, this is just a small part. This is a 4-hour drive, right? I'm out. There's parts when you get to drive out to Vegas that past that last stop. Okay, now you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere for a long time. It's like 102 miles of in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then you know what I think about?
What?
How that small that is and how big the fucking ocean is and how deep the ocean is. That's fucking terrifying. And now think about this. A bird, just a simple bird, right? Now, just in our America, anywhere you go, there's different birds, right? Different species of birds.
Right.
Because they live in this kind of climate or this kind of weather or this kind of thing. That's 1,000 trillion% for every fucking thing down in that ocean. And then I'm thinking, okay.
So there's a certain spot in the ocean.
There's got to be.
Where it's like, nuh-uh, don't go there.
There's got to be. And we don't know nothing. It's so big and the pressure and everything. The guy who just wants to fucking check it out dies. We got to let people want to check it out. It's so fucking hard. I was telling somebody, you know what they need to create? Fuck this going down in a ship. Fuck that. Why hasn't Elon Musk created something like the Eye? Where it's like a fucking camera and a light that can fucking withstand that shit.
Dude, that's actually a really great point.
If
If
he can make a rocket land back down, why can't he make something just fucking record and put a light on and handle pressure? Because that's how fucking crazy the ocean is.
To where they don't have technology to do that.
When you drive to Vegas in just a 4-hour drive, to Vegas, simple 4-hour, little tiny, drop in the bucket to the ocean is so much. What the fuck is in the ocean, dude?
Dude, you know what? Just
that little video, that little tiny fucking thing that went viral, the little angelfish from Finding Nemo with that they're blind.
Yeah, the scary
and
ass
they got
fish.
the light, and they're only like this big. That thing comes from the fucking depth of the fucking darkness, dude. And look at it.
Dude, you just got to think there's something super old and ancient out there. We have living
There has
fossils
to be.
that are already found today.
Bro.
Like the horseshoe crab.
Yeah.
Because my girl's all about animals and shit, and she was telling me about the horseshoe crab. It's like a living fossil, so it's been the same species since before the dinosaurs.
It's happening a lot now. Another video went of this other type of like shellfish looking thing that they thought was extinct that's been around for a long time they found. And there it is. But I'm like, I don't know. It looked pretty real. It was.
Dude, the craziest thing would be like Atlantis or something. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
What if there's a futuristic society there? But what about because it's kind of related to that with like exploring and stuff, and you brought up Elon Musk. But they had a successful space landing. The second time a spacecraft, Jobin says, landed on the moon was just recently, bro. And
oh, really?
Yeah, it landed on the moon surface, and you can watch videos on it and everything. And now my question is, because there's skeptical people like Mikey, and
me.
I feel like even you have questioned this.
I'm questioning it right now.
But
I gotta watch it. I haven't watched it. Jamie, pull that up for us.
Oh, I know. I wish I could show it to you, dude, because it like lands on the moon. It looks like the moon, but it's like, hey, we've already been told what the moon looks like. So I'm not gonna. It seemed pretty legit though. And then it was Blue Ghost. That's what it's called, Jobins. Blue Ghost landed softly on the moon on March 2nd. The second private spacecraft to do so, carrying some NASA instruments. Kind of vague.
Was there anyone? So there was no one on it?
There's no one on it.
Okay. See?
So why would you even lie about unmanned spacecraft? Doesn't sound as exciting. So don't you think it's real then?
Well, I got to see it. I don't know. I can't say.
Okay.
All I know is a lot of AI videos are going around where I'm questioning if this new species they found underwater is real or not.
Well, damn. That's true.
It's
you could
real.
question this, but
it's
because of Elon Musk, he wants to send people to Mars.
Yeah.
That's gonna. And you know what's scary to me, Jobins, is we always thought growing up like it was gonna be NASA or it was gonna, like the countries, because the space race in the '60s with JFK and the Soviet Union. But now it's not U.S. versus this. It's global interest. It's like Tesla versus Blue Chip or whatever the freaking Jeff Bezos one is. Mark Zuckerberg's probably going to get in there. It's like all the space companies are going to be like the Walmarts. It's fucked, dude.
I wish it was just like a fun project and not like the main focus, right?
What do you mean, the main?
Because it's just like, why is it this guy who's getting all this power now and then he's doing all these things for the government, trying to save money, do all these things for whatever agenda, whatever it is, whatever.
Right.
But it's like, why can't it be to focus on actually like saving our planet? And then, you know what that saying that always kind of sticks out to me? It's like they never, you don't leave, humans wouldn't leave Earth unless there was chaos. Right?
Right.
And it's like, okay, is that just where we're at? And this motherfucker knows, and we need to go. Because what if it is? I know he's all Mr. Like, he really believes that like we're going out, right? And the further you get out, you get in, you lose the population. So like, there's gonna obviously, and probably if like the sun actually dies out, it's supposed to expand.
We're all dead if that happens.
Yeah,
right?
everything is, because it's supposed to take up everything, and then before it collapses again. Well, he even knows that like once you get to the pushed out this far, boom, it's over. So maybe he's just trying to keep humanity alive. At some point, we're gonna have to do that.
Dude, honestly, it makes sense. And then like, even if you're not talking about,
far. It's so far.
Dude, even not talking about the world in chaos, Lewis and Clark weren't in a time of chaos. That was a time of great expansion. You know what, Thomas Jefferson? Like the human urge to go out and explore is why humanity's gotten as far as it has. And then when you're talking about like driving to Las Vegas, like Lewis and Clark are the closest real thing you can get probably to like Star Trek, bro, where it's the land of the unknown, the last frontier or the final frontier, and they're coming across Native American tribes and shit like that have totally different cultures, different animals they've never seen, doing sketches of different animals you've never seen in your entire life.
I'd be scared.
It's alien.
I'd be like, you go out first.
Dude, that is like the equivalent.
I'm like, you go out, you let me know. And then you take me where you went.
But hopefully when we go to space and stuff, it's for that urge of exploration and not the need to.
You have a good point.
But
why did Christopher Columbus leave to go set sail? I know they got to have a reason, right?
Yeah.
What was it? What made him want to go, I'm going that way?
They wanted to find a quicker trade route to India. And then he landed in pretty much the Caribbean islands and stuff. And he was like, oh, I'm just going to call them Indians. Indians, that's why they call them that in the first place. But then like those Native Americans, they got pretty wrecked by the Spanish.
So there was an agenda to go.
Gold.
A political agenda to go.
Yeah, or not even political, capitalistic. Because guess why they were really there? It wasn't for expanding. Gold, wealth, money, take.
What are they mining on the Mars? What are they going to mine?
Dude, it's like we talk about alien movies all the time, but are we the scariest alien if we get to the planet first?
No,
if we get to their planet before we could ever get to theirs? Think about that.
No. There is
Avatar.
Bro, there is probably something fucking terrifying out there. Now, obviously, there's probably something cute too, right? And then there's probably something like us. But there is, like, look at what, again, bring back to the ocean. Mm-hmm. Look at what's in the fucking ocean, in the darkness of the ocean that's just like space. The same blackness that exists. Yeah. And look at the scary fucking thing. It's scary down there, okay? It's scary out there. That's facts. It's just, where is it? Who knows? Whatever.
You know, it'd be
if this shit's infinite.
What if it's not? What if it's a plot twist here?
Plot twist.
What if Elon Musk already, Jones? What if Elon Musk already sent the freaking the submersible craft that goes underwater, and it's actually reached the limit? Motherfucker found out simulation theory is real, and it was just a wall, like that wall in a video game that you hit, and he's like, "Oh my god, we've just broken through the wall."
As above, so below.
Dude, oh my, yeah. What if it went back and then it's like Elon, it went all the way up, and he's like, what's all the way up? And he's like, it's the top spot of reality.
Right. You know, okay, just real quick, I won't get into depth with it, Jobins, but you look this up for yourselves if you want to go have fun. Because guess what? Tim and Sean, they hate conspiracy theories, especially Tim. Tim's just like Mr. Krabs in the SpongeBob world. Money. And so he's just always building and growing, and his business mind is just always gone. So he's on a business mindset, right? Mm-hmm. And I get it, that's healthy. But Tim, have some fun sometimes with thoughts and thinking about things. You're in a realm, brother. You exist at this time, which is crazy in itself. So
all of us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So here's some conspiracy theories real quick, Jobins, that I have recently went down that are fun. And I don't want to butcher them, so I'm just giving you bang. First one. I think Egyptians had laser engraving technology. Mm-hmm. That's why I think they were able to accomplish some shit. I'll look it up. Emojis, the original 72 emojis. I go, dude, I think there's some shit going on. Maybe there's a spiritual war going on, and we're just, we're going to keep living. But, like, are we seeing ramifications of it?
Well, you know what was crazy about that video? Because I was like, emojis and all this. Yeah. I was like, dude, such bullshit. I looked into it, actually, though, Joe.
It gets crazy. It's weird.
Because the video had some inaccuracies.
Yeah.
With, like, they were like, oh, it's from the Bible. It's from Aleister Crowley's, like, satanic Bible, which is just creepy that the emojis would look that close to that. Because it's like, that would mean the Apple people were like, hey, we like Aleister Crowley's work, which would be satanic. That is creepy. Even though there's inaccuracies, creepy.
The Statue of Liberty comparisons.
Oh, that one was weird.
That one's weird.
You don't think that's just a coincidence? They're not exactly the same. They're not exactly the same.
Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix in Signs.
What was that one even called? Where it's like it does look just like the Statue of Liberty's face painted into the
statue of Satan and the painting of Satan. You literally can just look those both up, and you'll find the statue, and which is in, I think, where you were at. I think it was in the cathedral.
Dude, there were so many cool ass statues like that.
You probably walked by it,
dude. And we got Pope Francis here, dude. His little bobblehead.
Yeah,
he's actually doing really bad right now. Yeah,
well, they're always old as fuck.
He's 88.
Yeah,
and
you had a good life.
He's been the Pope's guys since 2013. He's been the Pope since 2013.
Some smoke out chimneys coming, is what you're telling me.
Probably, man, soon.
Another movie.
Hey, prayers to Pope Francis.
Right? Yeah.
A little off subject, but it was just because that was going on, and then
we're kind of just rambling today.
But the conspiracy theories are crazy.
I know. I just like to have fun with them sometimes.
What was the one after the emojis one?
Oh, it's just about our technology and like designs, and even with like our buddy Art. He has his business called Art of Recovery, and it's the Flower of Life, I think it's called. I probably butchered that. Sorry about that, guys. But it's just different vibrations make different patterns which is fucking nuts.
What would that support, dude? That's crazy.
Huh?
What would that support in
Well,
itself? That's crazy.
Our phones. So like I saw this video, and again, I don't have the tools to be able to open up my phone and zoom in like this. But if you've ever seen those videos, Jobins, where it's like those art pieces of paintings, and they just zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And the more you zoom in, it's more art going into leading into another art, into another art. And I've always thought that's so cool. I'm like, how the fuck do you even make that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They keep zooming in, and it keeps going.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude.
Apparently, that's with the technology with the chips in our phone. Because I saw this video where it's an iPhone, and they're calling it, it was called like angel technology. And this, again, conspiracy theory, Jones. But they literally took the chip, and they just kept zooming in. And it just kept going and 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 going. And then, so what's with that is like a lot of like grid pattern designs, technology designs on a chip, on a board. Also, like with the Egyptian pyramids, like they all line up to these same, like,
that is so wild.
Symbols,
dude.
right? Like types of different symbols, right? That also vibrations make and shit. And it's like something to do with power. Even Nikola Tesla, he had this like electric, and I'm butchering this, Joe. You got to go down. I'm sorry, look it up. He had this one like electricity thing, and even the shape of that had like was so similar to like these hieroglyphics that Egyptians had, which is again with that that goes down to the laser engraving technology, because on hieroglyphics there's these beams of light that these Egyptians have that they're showcasing, and there's a rock with a straight line down fucking carved in the middle, and they don't know. They're like, why the fuck did this happen? And they believe that it, like back then they were using laser engraving shit. But
dude, how did they even get the laser engraving shit, dude? And
again, the
how
flower
advanced are these
and
people?
the flower of life design goes back like that's on Egyptian walls, which is on Arts Recovery thing. You know what I mean? Because vibration, sound, which is in our music, which is in televisions, which is in our phones, which is in all these things. So that's just like when I go down conspiracy theories and rabbit holes, it's just like, what are we even existing in? What is even everything? What is this?
Why are Elon Musk and those guys so focused on the outside, which is good, but wouldn't it be crazy if they focused on like the inside of like what you're saying, shrinking down? Like Ant-Man level shit, like going, because you said like a painting inside of a painting inside of a painting. Well, it's like, what if all these advanced people were able to miniaturize themselves to a degree where they're going into like, you know, what the hell is even size? What is relative? It's all relative to your perception, you know? What the hell does that mean?
Ryan, shout out Ryan from the gym. He's Filipino.
Shout out Ryan.
And he went back home, visited family. And he said it fucked him up because it's hard, which I would have been the same way. I don't like going to zoos. I used to love going to zoos because I'm so fucking big and I get their attention, right? But I don't like zoos as like it's just heartbreaking. But then you gotta understand like, hey, these ones wouldn't survive out in the wild. So that's just what it's still such a fucking because I just want them to be free. I want them to be happy and free. But out in the real world, it's fucking savage.
Yeah.
But where I just blanked. Where was I going before that?
You were going with Ryan, and he had a story about going.
He went and visited. He went to this resort, and he said, but outside the resort, kids are poor, starving, having to walk to go to get water.
Yeah, that's.
And it's like, so. But here I am. I got a Caribbean coffee mug, and I got my paper, and we got our water in our fridge. You know what I mean? And Elon wants to go to Mars. I'm like, why can't we just figure this all out? Why? But it's all religion and war and money, which is where I'm like, dude, sometimes, Jobins, I swear to God, I'm not crazy. Don't think I'm crazy. I just like to think about this sometimes. I go, is there a spiritual war going on? And like, in a part of me is like, is the devil kind of winning right now? Because there's just so many bad things.
Dude, it does feel like there is a spiritual war going on. The fact that we're so like involved in ourselves, this is for like everybody, dude.
Same. We're doing, look what we're doing. We're doing pods for ourselves, trying to be fucking successful.
Dude, but it's what's nice about this is like at least we got the Jobins like a community of people that are just like, you know, can come and listen to this and like maybe have same feelings and stuff and can comment shit, but like we are definitely struggling, dude. It's like I went to the Vatican and it still just messed me up a little bit. And then you got Ryan going to the Philippines. Shout out. That's like I want to go there because it's just see like where I've like my people are from.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Lola.
Oh, he was showing me some photos and videos, dude. And it's just like, damn. And again, like I was trying to tell Tim, I'm like, I think we all need to fucking like. I think it would do everyone better. Like we can all sit here and be as political and have these opinions and all these things about things, but it's like actually seeing it. Mm-hmm. Like when we saw the Skid Row when we first came to AZ,
dude. Right.
Remember how
that was
we're
bad.
like it's still going. We were like, holy fuck, this is big, and we didn't even walk through it. We drove through it. You know what I mean? And it's sad to see people with addiction suffering and all that kind of shit. You need to see it. Because you don't feel it unless you see it. Mm-hmm. Now imagine if everyone saw that. Everyone saw the fucking little kids starving and having to go to and get water. I feel like that would be like, it'd be like, damn, okay. You know?
Dude, you know, it's sad, bro, because it's like no matter how much money you throw, because like we have problems here, and then everyone was so upset about all the foreign aid we're sending to other countries. And it's like, does that foreign aid even get to the right people?
That's the thing.
That's the saddest thing, dude.
That's where it's crazy, bro. Greed.
Like, there's people at top that don't get it to the people that need it at the bottom.
The 7 deadly sins. Greed's one of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah.
100% it is.
Yeah. 7's such a good movie. Jobins, I don't know how. I hope you guys have seen 7. If you've never seen 7, you gotta go watch 7.
That is a classic.
It's still good. I love the grittiness to it.
It makes it. Oh man.
I miss it. Miss those days, man.
Is Kevin Spacey a good actor, or is he a twisted individual to begin with? It's like, how much is he even acting? How much is he acting?
I'm separating the art from the person, Brendan.
That's like Eminem getting an Academy Award for 8 Mile, dude. Like, you are a rapper.
Yeah.
That's not range. That's you.
That's true. That's true. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way, Jobins. I forgot to wear green. Mm-hmm. You got...
I should pinch you, but I'm not going to.
Go ahead.
This shirt looks nice.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, no!
What is it?
You pinched me, and I actually do have green on.
Yeah, but it's not showing. It has to be showing to the Jovins, otherwise you can't.
Fuck.
No, I'm kidding.
I fucked that up. Do
you want to pinch me back, dude?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
But bro, I want you to get Ancestry. I want to know I want to know all your percentages, because it's right now, Jovins, I'm 21% Irish, and I know Brock got the Ancestry, and he is not as much Irish, so that makes me keen for St. Pat's Day as of right now.
I would like to know,
because who knows, maybe you could be more.
I do got my red beard,
and then but you could also have like French and German in you. Who knows, dude?
I wish I was native.
Native? My brother, I shout out Nick. He's a little native.
Yeah,
he's got like
badass.
1%.
Right?
Not enough to apply for like a citizenship with the Native Americans though, because that's what I'm looking at, 21%, and they have this thing, Jobins, called citizenship through Ancestry. 21. I think you have to be at least 25 or more for the country, but I know Brock's got like 50% or something really high in England. So if he were to try to apply for citizenship, I think he could technically do it through Ancestry.
You know, that's another thing.
That's wild.
That's another thing that people are really quiet on. That Papa O'Malley was even talking to us about off pod.
What was it?
About how natives are treated and all the fucked up shit. Like that's still technically almost damn near the Wild Wild West. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The way that it is. Yeah, dude.
Dude, it was sad, bro.
And they have the resorts in Montana that are just real bad. He told us some fucked up stories. And I think there's supposed to be that one documentary coming out. It might have already, about the railroad that they were trying to get through, like some of the resorts. Reserves, not resorts.
Yeah, that's messed up, dude.
Yeah. That's a lot. See?
There was a Native American population here too. It's like, dude, they exist, man.
Yeah.
Some messed up stuff happened.
All right, fun talk. Let's get fun. What movie did you go see last night?
Ooh, I went.
Because Jobins, I want to do more movie reviews, but fuck, man. There ain't, like, what's coming out, man?
This movie, guys, was called Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson, and he's the lead character. The reason it's called Mickey 17 is because this is the future. It's a dystopian future. They're out in space because the Earth is falling apart. So there's a lot of satire in this movie, poking fun at society. But Robert Pattinson's main character, his name's Mickey. He's died 17 or 16 times.
Don't spoil it too much now.
And it's the 17th version of him. And then you just see what happens in that kind of setting. That's the movie. Because I don't want to give spoilers.
Don't spoil.
Stephen Ewan's in it, the guy who voices Invincible and Glenn.
Yeah.
Dude, I just hear Invincible now, though, when he's in a show. It's kind of messed up.
Is Invincible good?
Dude, Invincible's really good. I see him as Mark Grayson now. So it's like when he's playing, I'm like, dude, I just hear Invincible talking.
See, I just see Glenn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love him.
He's good in it.
He's such a good actor.
He is a good actor. He's great in the movie. Mark Ruffalo is really good in the movie, too.
Okay.
He plays a guy named Kenneth Marshall, who's like the president of the spaceship. And he's honestly just trying to do a Trump impression.
Isn't it weird how good of an actor Mark Ruffalo is, and then he's fucking Hulk? Isn't that weird? It's kind of crazy.
He's the president. Get this. This is one spoiler because it's fucking crazy. I'm like, did they know about this first? He's playing as the president. Robert Pattinson comes up with a pistol in a crowd, shoots at him while he's talking to the shipmates, and it grazes his face. And then he starts talking like Trump again. You know what I'm saying? And me and Shannon look at each other, and we're just like, this comes out after. I don't know if they had time to put this into the movie, but it seemed like a direct shot at Trump.
Really?
In the movie. Dude, I was honestly like, what the fuck? Like, he's clearly trying to act like he's Trump, though.
Yeah.
There's no disguising it.
Damn. If you guys haven't seen Zodiac with Mark Ruffalo and Jake Gyllenhaal, that's a good one.
Dude, this movie we were watching last night, I wish I got the name of it. You were playing it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what you say, Joe. Jake Gyllenhaal is an amazing actor. Jake Gyllenhaal is an amazing actor.
You know what I looked at Brock, you know what I said to Brock? I look over at Brock, I go, Jake Gyllenhaal has just given up on it.
Dude, I was like, he gets angry in the movie, and it's so funny.
I go, my boy's just giving up. He's just collecting checks.
Dude, that movie was deep, though.
That's a TV show.
That's a TV show?
8 episodes.
Oh, man, I might binge that. It was so...
I know, I'm not going to lie. I'm talking shit. I was cooking while watching it, and yeah. So, I really wasn't watching it, just listening. But it seemed crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
His acting's great, dude. He's getting in people's faces, yelling at them.
He's trying to find that brothers scene again.
I was like, this is a Ricky movie. I could put you right in that role. Just you yelling in people's face. Dude, it was fun. It was cool. I'm wondering, do you know the title of it?
Fuck, that's on Apple Plus. It's on
man.
Apple TV with Jake Gyllenhaal. I forget the name of it. It's with him and a girl, and
And they have a family, and he just seems like a bad guy in the movie.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, because there's a murder. Yeah. It's on Apple. There's some cool shit. There's some interesting stuff on Apple. And there's that new Seth Rogen series coming out on like the 26th.
I like Seth.
The production or some shit like that. I forget.
Dude, I want to see that Severance show. You know how many
Severance, yeah.
awards that show's gotten?
Yeah.
And it's on Apple too.
Yeah. Someone was on a pod and they were like, I had no idea that Ben Stiller was such a good storyteller. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about, man?
Dude, you know what I'm most excited for, Jovins? It comes the day after your birthday.
What?
It is James Cameron's Avatar, Fire and Ash.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
The 19th, dude.
Wow, it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yep.
No delay.
Dude, you know what he said? And I think
What?
this is all like Cap. I think it's Cap.
What?
But he said that his wife watched the movie and she cried for 4 hours.
I know.
It was so good. Come on, James.
How long
James.
is this one going to be? 4.5 hours? Like, the last one was too damn long. I'm sorry. You got to tighten it up.
I honestly, Jones, he's my favorite director of all time, dude.
James
Avatar,
Cameron.
Aliens, and Titanic. He one-upped Ridley Scott in his own series.
That's all you
He
want?
one-upped Ridley Scott in his own series. Alien is not as good as Aliens.
Yeah.
James Cameron has that BDE, dude. He's got that energy.
Fun fact.
He tops people.
Fun fact, Titanic was my first ever favorite movie.
Titanic.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio.
He said his wife cried for 2 hours on that one.
I want to know. I know. So, yeah, damn. It'll probably be another 3.5 hour movie.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's a storyteller. You were talking about storytellers like Ben Stiller.
So, is there going to be red ones? Is that real? Is there going to be red avatars?
Dude, I like they switched it up. They had Pacific Islander ones in the last one. They seemed like they were Hawaiian or something.
I know these ones are gonna be red guys.
Red guy.
Red ones.
What race do you think they're gonna be?
Which avatar do you like? Oh, I like the one with the red ones.
Yep, there's gonna be some stuff like that.
I like the one with the Islanders. Yeah, no. James Cameron is a phenomenal director. But he is one of the best. Dude, Jobins, what was really interesting. It's crazy because sometimes I feel like my mom, because growing up with Netflix and my mom and all that, a new documentary would come out on something and I'd go, Mom, you gotta watch it. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, it's so fucking good. Yeah. And then she'd be like, I have heard about it and seen so many about that already. I already know. And I'm like, but it was really good. I almost was I'm starting to feel that way. Because I've seen so many fucking documentaries on them. But again, this one was different. This one
new angle.
It was a new angle. And it had me I'm going, yep, okay, I feel bad for this motherfucker. He lost his mind. He was a good soul that lost his mind.
Damn, that's what it gets you thinking?
That's why I'm like, I think he might have been a good soul, and drugs and the government. Dude, this is a ball of mucus in your skull. It's a ball of mucus. Mm-hmm. If you were to touch your brain, you could go like this through it. You could just do this, slink, and the brain's gone. And that thing controls everything. Mm-hmm. And if a little bit of it's fucked up, you act completely different. In fact, if a little bit of part of it wasn't there, brother, you wouldn't even know who the fuck you are.
Who are we talking about?
Charles Manson.
Okay, that's who I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, sorry, Jones, if I didn't say it right away. They did another Charles Manson documentary. Where they're talking about how much the government with the fucking, what was the project called? I'm blanking.
Project. He was the Helter Skelter guy, and he was a musician, and his music sounded not bad.
I know.
I was like, okay, I might be vibing to some Manson.
But them bitches, those girls that he had, they scared the fuck out of me, Jobins, and they scare me every documentary. Oh, and that one scared me too. And then the way that she talked to Sharon Tate before killing her, that is fucked. Mm-hmm. That is fucked.
No emotions.
And then I remember the first time I actually went deep into it and learned about Sharon Tate, learned about how horrible the murders were, and it fucked me up. It was like, if you don't know about it and you learn about it, it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Because she was pregnant. Not only was she pregnant.
8 months pregnant.
8 months pregnant. And then the way they were talked to and treated, that is one of the most,
awful ways to go, dude.
And that was the way she went. She knows nothing else. And that fucks me up.
60s is a crazy time.
And the way that those girls were talking and the songs they sing, it's like, holy fuck. How does a guy get girls like that? They were already crazy.
Dude, the beginning of the show, Jobin, starts out wild. Because it's like right off the bat, they're like, yeah, he may have been a victim of the MK Ultra program.
Yeah, there it is.
The MK Ultra program that is proven to have been true.
Yeah.
Where they had freaking done acid trips nonstop on these kids and then tried to mind control them and shit. Dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's innocent or anything. But I'm like, had he not been fucking changed, would these things have happened? I don't think so.
Dude, he might have had direct orders from who knows who, dude. There's so much shit that's still redacted and not available to people. Some stuff that's just never been typed out. Some stuff so secret that you just say it and that's it.
Remember those theories?
We don't ever talk about it again.
Remember the theories where it was like he was the nicest guy in jail and he was acting and it was all just an act. There were conspiracy theories too. Just the way and then his fucking interviews, dude, are just so wild. Can you imagine being alive? We weren't alive during that. It's weird. Imagine being alive and you're figuring out all the news. You turn on your nightly news. Fucking Zodiac killers running around. Charles Manson. You know what I mean? Is that the same time period?
Yeah, dude. What scares me, it's like, should people trust acid? Should people trust acid? Because look at him. Did he administer acid to all those girls? Well, they were all doing drugs, right? And then he's mind controlling them. The lady has no emotions, stabbing an 8-month pregnant woman. That is some wild shit, Jobins. That is chilling.
Yeah, we were talking about Lakes of Fire. I should be in there for a while before I felt bad on that one. If there's a heaven and hell, I'd be like, nah. There's just those pure, those people. Again, in her brain, she lacks empathy. Mm-hmm. She does not feel or think how me and you think and feel. And how poor Sharon Tate felt and thought.
Yeah.
But then look at the Beatles. Motherfuckers do LSD, acid, and then they unlock some fucking genius creative fucking part of their brain and they start making some of the best music
Can
ever.
I say something? Where they picked?
Dun, dun, dun. Isn't there conspiracies that one of them was in the MK? Or
dude,
I forget.
There's so much stuff.
People.
I don't trust the 60s altogether.
I love it.
At that. I love it too. It's a very interesting time.
So yeah.
But it's like it's pretty insane with like
so are the
with
40s
deep
and
state.
50s.
But I think that the 60s was when the deep state really took the gloves off. They were like, let's go ham sandwich. Let's really fuck some stuff up. Black Panther movement's going on. Civil rights is going on. There's a cultural shift going on.
70s, 80s, and
JFK gets killed too. All these things.
Yeah.
Assassinations. Kennedy's dying. That's crazy, dude.
Who's
Who's to say Charles Manson didn't get real fucked up from that, and all these girls too?
That's why I started feeling like my mom, but then I'm like, no, we always are learning new shit that you just never might have known, and who knows? This is what they're feeding us on a documentary on fucking Netflix or whatever it is. So.
And then the Beatles too. The Beatles, the #1 rock band of all time. And what song did Charles Manson take from them? Helter Skelter. If that's not a creepy connection within itself, how did Charles Manson get into this? The Hollywood scene. The Hollywood scene to me is an apparatus used by the government. Oh God, rabbit hole.
I know, and then I start getting freaked out because it's like, okay, why haven't some of these big time celebrities ever been on Joe Rogan? Why has my man Donald Trump been on Joe Rogan, but Leonardo DiCaprio ain't been on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, dude, we need that.
I want Joe Rogan, Leonardo.
Where's Brad
DiCaprio.
Pitt?
Where's Robert De Niro? These people that would cause hell.
Quentin Tarantino did one though, right?
And when it was such a damn good podcast,
and he's associated with those guys.
Oh God, if Quentin Tarantino, there's no way Quentin Tarantino is evil.
So maybe by association, those guys are good.
There's no fucking way there's no way Quentin Tarantino's a bad person. There's no way. I love him too much, Jobins. He's too. I feel like if he's too off, he's gonna say it. If he knew anything bad, he'd say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how 100%. I feel
100%.
with Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, Woody? What about the feet fetish thing that he's got going on? And, oh my God, what about the movie that he made about Charles Manson? A love letter to his own people that picked him.
He's always loved Uma Thurman. There's always been that. God.
You never know who's innocent and guilty.
God.
Who's the next P. Diddy?
I can't. Well, fuck. No, hopefully no one. Hopefully they fucking start dishing out some fucking shit so we know.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's crazy. It's like how, and even with the
Epstein files still haven't been released.
I know.
Snowden is still not free to be here.
That's crazy.
That's crazy because I was talking about this shit. I knew too. I knew that the government wasn't gonna allow that.
Right. What's weird too is this people stuck up in space. Are they still stuck up in space?
Yeah, dude. I actually had written up about that because guess who? You know who's in charge of that? You know who's in charge of that? SpaceX.
We talked about that so long ago on the pod, and dude, it just felt like this whole thing, and it still feels like
an 8-day trip was supposed to.
Is a flex.
Is 9 months that they were in there over 9 months, and they were supposed to be there for 8 days.
Get him back to Earth and get him on Joe. We need him to hear. Get him on Joe Rogan.
Dude, imagine if you were like the wife or husband of that astronaut, those astronauts.
I'd be fucking
And then you had
pissed.
plans set up, and it's like I didn't get to see my spouse for 9 months,
bro,
because of a technical malfunction.
Bro, if Shannon's stuck up in space for 9 months, you are panicking. You are going. I'm trying to I'm calling doctors every week. Like, please.
What is a doctor gonna do? They can't get to space.
Psychiatrists, help.
That's a scare. Dude, I don't know if I could be in space like that, where I can't get back home.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a documentary.
Well, they said it's all good and they're happy, right? They're gonna have another crew replace them.
Yeah.
And SpaceX too. Elon's got a flex like that.
I just feel like it's a flex, and these two people are suffering. This is all part of a fucking plan.
Man, and what does James Cameron know too? You know, he made Avatar. Avatar is human greed.
I know. Why can my boy James Cameron go deep, deep, deep back when? When did he do that shit? 2003, when he went deep down.
Oh, you mean when he was doing submarine?
Maybe
shit?
It was like 2009. Who knows?
He does like going into the ocean.
Yeah. So
what if he found the same wall that Elon found?
Who knows?
Maybe he told Elon. He said you don't need to send something
Hell
deep down
is
there.
down there.
Spiritual war.
Hell.
I mean, you could question that.
Right?
Like the Big Bang Theory and everything. It's like, oh, science explains this and that. It's like, doesn't explain everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
What else you got for me?
What I had this too, Jovins, because I didn't even know it was Canadian based. Pornhub. They might. It's not the government even talking about it, but like a lot of Canadians are suggesting that they ban it.
They're upset
in response to the tariffs.
Yeah, they're upset we took their alcohol. They're like, oh, you take our alcohol, we'll take your porn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, but then it's like whoever the people that own Pornhub are probably like, guys, please don't ban it, because that's probably where we get a lot of service too. You know?
I mean, porn's got to be global, right? I mean, they lose America. They've probably got every other fucking country.
Dude, but that's probably such a huge audience that they have there.
Well, yeah.
The whole platform shut down.
If you go on Pornhub right now, pull up your Pornhub, go on Pornhub, and look at the numbers on the videos.
Yeah. Oh, like how much?
2.1 million, 3 million, 1 million, 5 million. This is every video. That's the whole world. That's got to be the whole world.
Dude, I don't know. Like in the Middle East and stuff where it's more strict, like you can't be watching.
True laws.
Yeah, like their laws stop internet connections and things.
Yeah, in Texas, even here, Texas, they banned it. You gotta have a whole thing for it.
Yeah.
Ha ha, Canada. Texas is already on it.
Oh shit!
Just
dude.
join us already, Canada. You can't beat them, join them, and I know that's your thing.
You wanna hear another crazy story, guys?
What?
Is this the ultimate king move? Bill Belichick, who's 72, his girlfriend's 24 years old.
I've seen that shit in Vegas.
Former college cheerleader.
I've seen that shit live in Vegas, dude.
His daughter's 41. She's 17 years older than Jordan.
Hold on.
That could damn well be his granddaughter.
What?
That could damn well be his granddaughter.
That's actually kind of fun. Hold on.
His own daughter's 41. She would have been 17 and could have had a baby, and that baby could have been Jordan, the girl he's currently doing yoga with on the beach.
Wow.
Think about the flex on his ex-wife.
What does that do to his daughter, though?
Yeah. That's...
What is that? That's got to be a little bit of a mind fuck, right? When you're going, my dad's dating someone, she's 41.
Dude, not everyone's dad's Bill Belichick. That's basically Tom Brady's 41. Dad.
How old's the girl he's dating?
24.
Oh my god.
And she's pretty 17. Too. Jordan Hudson. Think about Jordan Hudson's parents. What does her dad think? Wow. Does he get to think? Do you think he's a football fan? And maybe he's like, damn, I might get to kick it with Bill Belichick next Thanksgiving.
Who's Bill Belichick again?
He's the head coach of the Patriots. I don't know if he's still working for the Patriots because his records were kind of going down. But he's like Tom Brady's football dad.
Jobins, in Vegas, I saw this dude who, he was a nice guy, but he just looked like the guy from Stranger Things with the white comb back hair who just plays like the dad or some kind of lawyer in like every fucking role that you do. You know what I mean? And he had once like a lawsuit against Dan Brazilian over the Ignite thing for like 1 point something million. And this dude had, she had to have been like 21, 22. She was young.
How old was he?
Oh, dude, he was easily probably in his 50s.
Damn.
He's probably young 50s. If young 50s, maybe late 40s, but she was young. And you just go, wow. Money. Mm-hmm. Money. Good for that dude, man. That dude's in Vegas living it up, and every night he's going to a penthouse room clapping cheeks. And how old's the Patriot guy?
72.
Brendan. He's 72 still clapping cheeks.
He's 48 years older.
Can we be happy for the guy?
100%.
Is she into it? She's into it for the money. Someone needs to talk to her. Maybe we really need to talk to her.
And fame, I mean.
Maybe we really need to talk to her. Say, hey, what's going on?
Fame does crazy shit to you too, or get like.
What if she really loves him?
Women do crazy shit to men because Gene Hackman, old just like Bill. What if Bill leaves everything to Jordan instead of his own kids.
What if that girl looks at, what's his name? Bill?
Mm-hmm.
What if she goes, Bill, give all your money away. I don't want one cent of it. I love you. What if she's like that?
You know who was like that? Gene Hackman's wife.
Uh-huh.
If she had it in the will that if she went as well, it all goes to charity. Not even naming Gene Hackman's 3 kids.
Who's the runner of this charity?
That's a great question. I don't know.
That's who we need.
It
to
said
question.
charities, so I mean that could be fucked.
I need
they
to
could
know
do
who,
something bad.
What if they run multiple charities? Who's the owner of these charities?
Yeah.
Who's in charge?
This is true. This
Who's
is
in
true.
charge of
Tax
these fucking
write-offs,
shit?
things like
This
that.
is for Gene Hackman. Which, by the way, they've been putting all his movies on pretty much anything you go on.
But it's such a crazy. That incident still freaks me out, especially with this news of like his will coming out and the fact that like his kids were not named in the will at all, just his wife, sole beneficiary.
What freaks me out is time. What freaks me out is, had this happened when he was relevant, it would have been bigger news. But since it's Gene Hackman and most of these motherfuckers don't even know a single movie from Gene Hackman, scares me about time. It'll be forgotten.
What if they took him out now because of how unrelevant,
bro, it was
irrelevant
weird.
he was?
Why is the one dog? The only thing that makes sense to me right now, because I haven't kept up on it. Have you kept up on it?
What?
Gene Hackman.
Oh yeah, no, I did. They're saying that she died of like a pre-existing condition that she had. They're saying she died from that. And then you want to hear the weirdest thing?
Okay.
He dies like a week later, they're saying, from natural causes, I guess. And they said that he was having Alzheimer's disease, which is a terrible mental degenerative disease that, is very messed up. They're saying that he had that, though.
So you're telling me, because she was found on the floor, pills on the counter, she dies from her thing. And my boy Gene Hackman don't know what the fuck's going on. He's walking around and then just lays down and dies. And, he knew to put the dog in the bathroom. He put the dog in the bathroom in a cage.
I don't believe it either. That's the story, though.
If that happened, that is the craziest shit to ever happen, and that's crazy. And poor Gene Hackman, if he really was walking around with Alzheimer's, not knowing what the fuck's going on, kind of knowing what the fuck's going on, but then losing it.
Yeah, dude.
That's nuts.
What's messed up to me, too, is the news story about the will and everything. It's like, that's just to try to place blame on his innocent kids. Because someone else did this shit, if this was, like, done that way.
I saw something super sad, too, and it was Bruce Willis's wife, and she was really... I don't even want...
Demi Moore? Was it his ex-wife? Or is it his current wife?
His current wife,
oh, okay,
who's taking care of him. And she was really sad for the caretaker because he was under fire and shit. And she was saying that caretakers need more help here. As they just need more help. And I'm like, damn, dude. And then I see Bruce Willis movies, and I see him in one movie. He was just on downstairs in some movie. And I'm going, my boy Bruce Willis doesn't even know. And that fucks me up. Bruce Willis was our guy, dude.
Dude, you know what fucks me up, bro? Is like, we're all gonna get old. And it's like, when you think about how many people didn't get old back in the day, and like, we've only gotten our old population increasing. And it's like, what happens when there's too many of us that are old people?
You know what my favorite
I get the chills.
We need to go back and watch it because I wonder if it's still as good. Because some movies in this time period of our lives they don't hold up. But the Die Hard with him and Justin Long.
That's a good one, dude. And
that was my favorite.
I can't say
Oliphant, which that was my dude back in the day too.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy.
He's a good bad guy.
He's just always awesome. Scream 2, 3? Which one was he in?
He was in the second one.
The second Scream?
Yeah, in the college one.
Yeah. Dude. The guy. But yeah.
Dude, that's a great Die Hard movie too.
I know.
How young does he look in that movie? He's probably still older, but
God, that time period, dude, when those action movies, we were like, God, Die Hard, that was when we were probably freshmen in high school. You were probably either just getting into middle school. That was either 8th grade or freshman year, or maybe even 7th grade. You might have been in elementary school. That was 2007, right?
So I'd been 12.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit, brother.
Mm-hmm. 2007 is a while back.
Fuck.
And now I'm watching a movie on an airplane called Spin the Bottle, and Justin Long is playing the girl's dad in the movie. You know what I'm saying? He's the sheriff of the town.
Bro,
that's the roles he can take now.
Jobin's Times gets me. Because I don't know if a lot of you guys are now, like if any of you guys are younger listening, but it's like, even like with malls, just back in the 90s, early 2000s of growing up, we went to school on Friday nights. Arnold 14 would be packed outside. We get in trouble. Cops would get called. They make us leave. It's too late. Being too loud. Too many. Because that's like, we didn't have phones. We couldn't get into clubs. We're too young. Everyone went to the movie theater. People would be playing in the arcade, all hanging out outside, just talking. Everyone's seeing the movie that they love. That is like the thing, right? Everyone's trying to sneak. I'm sure we pissed off I probably would have lost my fucking mind back then working at Arnold 14. Seriously. I probably would have been like, fuck this job. Because it was just like that. Like, bro, just waiting for our parents to come get us outside the theater, like those days. Fuck.
I know, man.
Fuck.
I know, dude.
In those movies. But
crazy.
It's crazy how like just movies and like cinema in itself. I honestly feel like for right now, in our lifetime, we saw you know what I mean?
Like the collapse of good film.
We saw the peak and then saw
Oh man, there is good movies that come out, bro.
Yeah. Well, now I feel like more studios, it's more calculated. It's more formula calculated. Do this gets this.
Well, the problem is,
where's the taking chances?
Disney ruined a lot of things.
A lot of people were saying good things about that Daredevil show. Did you watch it?
I like the first episode. I've been busy. I haven't gotten it back into the second one. But I do. Come on, that's the best one out of all the shows they have.
Damn. Think you'll get a movie one day with him? His own movie?
I would watch it. But you know what? I don't know, dude. They've already ruined their reputation so much that it's like, does anyone get really excited for a Marvel show or movie right now?
I don't, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude. And how hyped were we when Guardians was out?
I know that movie with Chris Pratt and the girl from Stranger Things came out, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't even have the same feeling for Chris Pratt like I used to.
That's sad, dude.
And I know, and I'm like, when he was in that movie with Vince Vaughn, the college movie, people probably don't even know what I'm talking. Something Day.
Damn, he's in a movie with Vince Vaughn where they're in college?
Vince Vaughn's like, oh, fuck, it's something about college. Like, it's something about college.
Dude, you have another movie that you know that he's in?
Chris Pratt? Dude,
Yeah.
I'm a day one Chris Pratt guy. Like, I wasn't the biggest Park and Recs fan.
What?
I know.
Dude, oh my God.
At the time. But now the clips that I see, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go back. It was just too much. There were so many of those types of shows getting plastered at us all at once. And they all felt similar. So that's why I couldn't really get behind it. But now as time has gone on, it's funny.
Dude, you know what's sad to me about that?
What?
Is like, I feel like he's changed so much, dude.
Yeah.
Since being that guy.
Bro.
Like, just who he is as a person.
The Vince Vaughn movie's awesome, and he was so funny in it. It was back when he was married to Anna Faris. That's what it was. That's what it is, Jobins. When him and Anna Faris were together, Chris was different.
Dude, and that's Parks and Rec days, too.
Yeah.
When he was Andy, I don't think he could play Andy anymore. He wouldn't have the same... I mean, he has the range for it, of course.
Right.
But I don't... Like, the outtakes and everything that fun he had with the cast.
I think Guardians did it, dude.
Disney.
I think the success of Guardians, and then he did those stupid Jurassic World movies. I hate them so much. I'm sorry.
And you know who else has gotten...
I said it. I hate them.
Another guy that's too preachy for me, too,
What?
is Nick Swartz, who played Ron.
Nick Swartzen.
Nick Swartzen. Him too, dude. He's changed as a person
you
too.
think so?
He's changed as a person
He's
too.
been such a
He's
good
very
actor,
leftist,
though.
liberal guy. Oh my God, you should hear the things he says.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
He has a song, Jovins, and I don't diss anyone for who they voted for, but it's just like you've been so opted by because I'm proud to be a Kamala man, where at least I know I'm free.
Maybe that's
an actual lyrics to the song.
Hold on, maybe this is his joke. Maybe
No,
that
it wasn't
was
a
the
joke. It wasn't a joke. And then he had another video.
kinda his
He had
humor.
another video come out with a girl that was like, "Grandpa, why did you let tyranny rule over
It's
the country?"
satire.
And it's an old guy with a beard. It has like a MAGA hat on.
I think you're believing the joke.
Dude, I wish I was.
This is serious.
This is serious.
He's not singing this song as like, I'm proud to be a Kamala man,
No,
but like he's making fun of the people who are proud to be a Kamala man.
I'll show you after the pod. I'll show you after the pod.
Don't fucking break my heart like that, because I saw him live and he was fucking hilarious. And he didn't, the thing that was about that, when I saw Nick Swartzen live before, because he opened for Bo Burnham back in the day, he didn't have any, there was nothing.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. He's changed.
So now he's all politics.
He's all politics. And I'm like, dude, Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is a G. He's a real G. He's like, you know what? Don't have an opinion. You're an entertainer.
Talk about a show with his Netflix or his drama show. What was that called?
Was it the one where his wife died?
Yeah. Like,
that's such a good show, dude.
Watch that one.
He's got range as well. He can make your emotions, dude.
Ricky Gervais, I would freak out if we met Ricky Gervais. Mm-hmm. If we could do a podcast with Ricky Gervais, bro, we would.
I think he's above podcast. I don't think he would do a podcast.
I know, no, duh. But like, it's
wouldn't do a
Ricky
podcast.
fucking. Well, we fucking talk about. Like,
you want to talk about that?
Out
of everything you can talk about.
He's like, I'd rather fucking feed.
It's hard to do it, Ricky.
I'd rather feed my dog.
Dude, how would it be if you had a podcast with Ricky Gervais? It was Ricky and Ricky.
Ricky and Ricky, dude.
Shit.
Sometimes
I forget.
Dude, sometimes when we talk about Saturday Night Live and we do our Mad TV skits and shit like that, I'm like, I feel like me and Shane Gillis need to meet. I feel like me and Shane Gillis would I feel like us three, we would destroy Saturday Night. We would we'd be like Conor McGregor to the Saturday Night Live.
Dude, you got the edginess. It's like, because comedy has to be unfiltered.
Yeah.
And then it could be S in hell.
Well,
because
no.
it's SNH, because we bring in the fire.
I just like Kill Tony. I like that. That feels
that's a
like
violent name too.
I know, and it's
Kill Tony, Murder Ricky.
But it's a double entendre.
Murder Ricky.
I know. And I want to bring back the Mad TV, the Saturday Night Live, but I don't want it to be it. I want it to be its own thing.
What would you call it?
They brought it back. I don't know.
Okay, it's in progress.
It's in progress, but it's where we do our own skits. We do our own thing. We know how to do it, right? We just need to come up with 5 solid characters. Chris Farley's my hero. Come on. We just need to come up with characters, and you put them in situations. And with me, it's easy. Yeah, I love wigs. I love overreacting. Throw something at me. Hit me with something. Fall into something. Freak out about something. Well, it's easy.
I'm just going to film you and just throw shit at you.
Oh. That dog skit I came up with and the transgender skit I came up with would be funny. The transgender one, I don't know if they put on public television because it's...
Dude, no way. That YouTube would shut it down.
But you got to be able to just laugh. We got to be able to just laugh.
True. And it's like, there's no hate towards anybody.
It's not hate. It's just funny. It's just meant to be belly laughs. You know what I mean?
What part are you laughing at? Like, what did you find funny about the skit that you just said?
To me, success would be like us making that content where it's like, it's timeless. That timeless video, timeless skit that it...
A classic.
A classic.
A true gem.
Yeah. And right now, Shane Gillis is fucking carrying Saturday. When he goes on Saturday Night Live, he carries that show in his fucking back.
He really does.
And like...
What's that say about the show?
They need him. They fucking need him. He should do his own thing. It should start your own thing, and it should. Just
he was doing his own thing, dude. He has so many funny ass skits that you can watch on YouTube. That's Shane Gillis.
Yeah,
They were gonna hire him too, and guess what? They never gave him the job because of some political bullshit.
Bud Light, which is weird because it's like we grew up in St. Louis. You know what I mean? It's so weird.
I had a Bud Light
He loves Bud Light.
last night.
He loves Bud Light. If Shane Gillis was right here and we go, hey, Shane Gillis, what beer is your favorite beer? He'd say Bud fucking Light.
You know, I'd say the same, dude.
I know, and it's our hometown beer.
It's like, come on, how do we not?
I know it is the goat beer. I like Coors.
They didn't have Bud Light at all in Europe
because they went.
There was one spot, an Irish pub. There was one spot,
bro. Bud Light's fucked up a lot. They fucked up a lot.
They really fucked up on their demographic,
and it's crazy because it's the beer drinkers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know how beer drinkers get when you fuck with their shit? That's why I'm like, what are they thinking about? You know what I mean? But it's like your product's still a great damn good beer.
You know what?
You better give Shane Gillis millions.
This could be offensive, but it's like if I was in the Bud Light boardroom, I'd be like, guys, just getting this mascot's not going to change the sales. Those people are still going to get the fruity drinks. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Light beer is for light beer, or beer is for beer drinkers.
Yeah. God. Fuck. Yeah.
Who? What?
Yeah.
It's
well, yeah. Yeah. Jobins, we got a busy day. We're going to go over to Sugar Shane's. There's going to be a little poker tournament. I'm going to be barbecuing. Tony's sending off. Just want to shout out Tony Jobins because he is literally, and obviously Papa O'Malley. Mm-hmm. But boy, are we blessed to have had known. It's sad because I don't know if he's going to be coming back next summer. Our boy wants to get a boat. Tony can do whatever he wants. He did it. You know what I mean? Like, he's the guy you pull out the notebook, Jobins, and you go, and you listen, and you jot. Because he's killed it.
But not only that, too, guys. It's like just how personable you can be, and just like being able to call him Danny Boy and call him Tone. Like they're awesome. They're awesome.
You know what I love about that generation is they're smart. They know how to fuck with each other and not get upset about it.
Yes, exactly.
And they have fun. They're always Tony Jobins. You can't ever have a conversation with Tony and not laugh. It's impossible. It will not. It doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And you'll never see Tony unhappy, pissed. If he's like, he knows how to handle shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, holy fuck. That's it. It's like, man, you're the kind of guy I want to be.
Dude, just not caring what anyone thinks about you and knowing what you think about yourself.
Yeah.
He's confident in himself and like, dude, definitely so much good advice they can give out.
Yeah.
Those guys are legends.
And guess what? A guy like Tony Jobins, horrible in school. Horrible, absolutely. I've been told stories, absolutely horrible in school. Now, what the fuck does that tell you?
That just tells you that the schooling system and its standardized process, it's like that's not the perfect way to do things. There's improvements.
Sean and Tim exploit that shit all day long with all their ideas and theories, which is so true. Sometimes I get pissed. I'm like, we were put in prison as children.
There's good and bad. It's not like you didn't have good times in school.
We were put into daycare so mom and dad could go work for corporates. That's what we were. That's what we were. We should have been fucking worrying about what business we were going to make and what we love to do. Mm-hmm. Fuck. But anyway, we're going to go do a barbecue over at Sean's. I'm going to fucking cook a whole bunch of shit. We're going to have a feast. We're going to send Tony off with love. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a good fucking day.
Hey, if he plays poker, he's still losing money. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, might play some poker. And then, we're on a good grind, Jobins. Right now, working out 4 times a week. I need to bump that up. But I also don't want to burn myself out. 4 days a week I work out, and recover. Working 6 out of 7 days for Tim. 3 pods a week. 2 for us. 1 with Tim.
That's fire. We're
grinding. You've been doing work. You've been doing your videos.
Yep, doing my video, doing the travel vlogs. Been good.
Jits.
Yep. It's been nice. And working out with my buddy, too, and trying to get stronger. I wish I could have the same schedule to work out with you, but, hey, I'm still going to the gym, too.
Yeah. We're in a good fucking grind. Yeah. So, hope you Jovans have a good, safe week. We'll see you next time. We love you. Mm-hmm. Deuces.
Love you guys.